What is the difference between simple interest and compound interest on 1200 rupees for 1 year at 10% per annum reckoned half yearly? Well, let us first calculate the simple interest. It is equals to PNR upon 100. The principal is 1200 rupees times N is 1 year times R is 10% upon 100. So that's equal to 120 rupees. The simple interest. Now the interest is compounded half yearly, so we can calculate the amount that's equals to principal into 1 plus the rate will be halved raised to the time will be doubled, so 2n. So this is basically equals to principal is 1200 into 1 plus rate is 10% per annum, that will be halved, so 5 by 100 raised to the number of years is 1. Now because it is reckoned half yearly, so this will be 2, right? So 5 times 20 is 100, so I have 1200 times 21 by 20 whole square, so 21 times 21 divided by 20 times 20. These two zeros and these two zeros get cancelled out. 2 times 6 is 12 and again 2 times 3 is 6. So this is 3 times 21 square is 441 and that's equal to 1323 and that's the amount. So compound interest is equals to amount minus principal, and that's 1323 minus 1200 and that's equals to 123. So the difference is 120 or 123 minus 120, right? So the difference is 3. So option B is the correct answer. The investment that amounts to rupees 4,913 in 3 years at 6.1/4% per annum compound interest compounded annually is. Well, this is a pretty straightforward question. You know the formula. Amount is equals to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Amount is given to you, that's 4,913, is equals to principal amount, or the investment is what you want to find, into 1 plus, what is the rate? Rate is 6.1/4. That's 6 for the 24 plus 1, that's 25. That's 25/4. So you have 25/4 times 100 raised to N is 3, right? So 4,913 is equals to P into 25 times 4 is 100. So you have 1 plus 1/16 raised to 3. So again 4,913 is equals to P into 17/16 cube. So therefore P is equals to 4,913 times 16 times 16 times 16 divided by 17 times 17 times 17. Now 17 cube is 4,913, so this gets cancelled out. So P is equals to 16 cube, and that's 4096. So option D is the correct answer. The simple interest on a certain sum of money for 3 years at 8% per annum is half the compound interest on 4,000 rupees for 2 years at 10% per annum. What is the sum placed on simple interest? Well, it is said that the simple interest is half the compound interest. So I have SI is equals to CI by 2. Now the formula for simple interest is PNR upon 100, and the principal is what we have to find. What is the sum placed on simple interest, right? So let it be P times N is 3 years, so 3 times 8% per annum, so 8/100 is equals to 1/2 times the compound interest. Now what is compound interest? Compound interest is the amount minus the principal, right? Now let us write it amount minus principal. Okay, so this is 1 by 2 into amount is basically P into 1 plus R upon 100, right? So P is 4000 into 1 plus R is 10% per annum, so 10 upon 100 raised to N. N is 2 years. So 2 years minus 4000. That's this P. Okay. So you have half of 4000 times 11 square by 10 square. That's 121 by 100. So these two zeros get cancelled out, minus 4000. Okay. So this is also equals to 1 by 2 times 40 times 121 is equal to 4840 minus 4000. This is a bracket, right? So half of 840, and that's 420. So we have P into 3 into 8 upon 100 is equals to 420. Therefore P is equals to 420 times 100 divided by 3 8s are 24, right? 3 times 8. So 420 divided by 2 is 210. 8 by 2 is 4, and 4 times 25 is 100, and 3 times 7 is 21, so 3 times 70 is 210. So this is equal to 70 times 25, and that is equal to 1750. So this is the answer, option C. The difference between simple and compound interest compounded annually on a certain sum of money for 2 years at 4% per annum is rupees 1. What is the sum in rupees? Well, first of all, let us consider this sum as X. This is basically the principal. Now we will calculate the simple interest first. So simple interest is equals to PNR upon 100, that's X into number of years are 2, that's 2 into the rate is 4 by 100, right? So that is equals to 4 times, let it be as it is, that is 8 by 100x. That is the simple interest. Now let us calculate the compound interest. So first we'll calculate the amount. So amount is equals to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. P is, that is the principal, is X. So X into 1 plus rate is 4. So 4 upon 100 raised to 2. Right? So this is X into 4 by, 4 by 100 can be written as 1 by 25. So 25 into 1 plus 1, that's 26 by 25 square. So this is equals to 676 by 625x. That's the amount. Now we will calculate the compound interest. Compound interest is equals to amount minus the principal. So 676x by 625 minus x. So this is equals to 676x minus 625x by 625, and that is equal to 51 by 625x. So this is the compound interest. We have two equations. Now we have been given that the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest is actually 1. So I can write 8 by 100x minus 51 by 625x is equals to 1, right? So taking the denominator as 2500, that's the LCM of 625 and 100, we have 100 times 25, so 8 times 25x minus 625 times 4 is 2500, so 51 times 4x equals to 1. So let's solve it here. So 200x minus 204x is equals to 2500. Okay, so you have minus 4x is equals to 2500, and that's x is equals to 2500 by 4, and that is equal to minus 625. Okay, ignore the minus, you got the answer. The sum is 625 rupees, option A. Now if you are wondering why there is a minus here, it is because we took the difference wrongly. We should have taken the difference opposite. 51x by 625 minus 8x by 100. Never mind, even if you do this, your approach is correct.